All right, there we are. Good morning, traders. Good morning, Jane. How are you doing today?
I'm great, thank you. How are you? You're up early, huh? You like the East Coasters, but you live on the West Coast. That's it. Sounds like a
Well,
recipe for punishment.
yeah, what can I say? I love trading these futes for the open here. It's great liquidity. I just pay for it on the back half, but I could take a little nap and I'm good to go. So Jane, I hear you think we got some green on the tape today. Is that the case?
Yes, I do. I mean, I have the way I'll trade the futures is I'll put the futures, the CFD over the SPY to see. And a lot of times you'll find that it is leading or lagging, and that'll give you the directional. I'm going to just get into a buy market right here on the micros. There we go. In already. So I'm looking for this to continue to the upside, like we were talking about last night with NVIDIA, right? Seeing that NVIDIA did not just kick the bucket and changed the pattern for which it had had over the past 4 quarters. So now the fifth quarter, and it has not fully dropped and had a fade or a gap up and then fade. So looking to see, is this going to be the end of the trend? All right, I'm getting out. That was the wrong. Let's get out of that because I was wrong, right? And I'm not
Hey,
going to,
sometimes it takes a few false starts to really get the entry that we're looking for. Jane, I am seeing like that higher low on. I'm just looking at the S&P right now, and I see what you're looking for, and I think that we might get it. I'm also seeing if we look at this from the closing price, where we kind of dip down to for Nvidia's earnings itself, we're kind of retesting that base and forming a higher low. Um, so Jane,
you
if you
want to
bear with
try
me,
testing, see if we can show a screen.
that's what I was
Not
just about to say there. If you mind bearing with me, let's see what we can
Yeah, for
get
sure.
going here.
Well, also when I check, I'll look at the VIX, I look at UVXY, I look at all of that, and I am seeing that when we look at those numbers, the only one that's giving me any sort of indication is SQQQ. That is the only one that has a just barely red indication. What do I mean by that? The bigger money's at 42.57 and the price action's at 42.92. So it feels like the buy the dip scenario today instead of sell the rip for Nvidia. So it might be that we need to wait until that 10 o'clock arena and timing because they're gonna pull it down, suck the shorts in, and then go, oh, thank you so much for selling your shares to us. We're gonna take it higher and then we're gonna sell to you.
I love it. And it's so sneaky, but it does make sense from a mechanical perspective, right? They're trying to accumulate as many shares for as cheap as possible. And when you have these kind of liquidity events, it makes people get a little crazy sometimes. And they go, actually, I don't want NVIDIA. And then you go, wait a second. You probably do want NVIDIA. It probably is a good place to buy, especially for like 7,400 on the S&P right now. I'm just noticing these round numbers, often they'll scare you out with a little bit of a liquidity grab, like you were mentioning, and then go to make the real move. So I'm definitely working on showing you guys. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble getting my screen up, so bear with me, Jane, for one sec. And if you have
No
any,
worries, no worries. I'll try hitting share screen again. So guys, we are used to being more participants instead of hosts. So we're going through a learning curve here. So bear with us on that. We are happy to share. We're just learning it as well. So maybe there's a secret. So Colin and Harish, what do you guys usually trade? Do you want us to look at anything in particular? I can look at it, give you my opinion on it. I don't know, Steve, if you've really introduced yourself here. I've been in the trading world for 26 years. I don't know if you knew this. I had my Series 7 back in 2000. I worked as an assistant to 4 different brokers, and that was during the dot-com era. So I saw a lot of things. I saw a lot of margin. Didn't know about the futures then,
Mhm.
but was aware of everything with the market. And then later, fast forward to 11 years ago, that's when I started day trading. I was a swing trading before 26 years ago, and then got into day trading, wanting to be more active. And now that my kids are older and they're not, I want to go back to swing trading, right? you can put on the different hats and it's perfectly fine. Or you can scalp. Like I like to scalp the futures. I'm not so much a longer term trader in the futures. Too volatile for me. It's like the degen low float runners to me. Sometimes it's just insane. And so I like the speed of the futures for being a quick trade, but also managing that trade.
I
Like
love
out
it.
be down a lot now. How about you, Steve?
Well, I definitely kind of resonate with that trajectory because started just pure swing trading, and then as I kind of got more comfortable, I wanted to play more of these moves. There's so much money to be made on these smaller time frames, and I was sitting here waiting for my longer term trade to play out, going, well, I bet it dips here, I bet it catches here, and I'm going, well, I could have shaved off like 4% on my cost basis right there. I could have just, by being active and managing my positions, really set myself up for more success. So that's my trajectory as well. And by the way, guys, I'm going to try something here. I've been building on the back side. So let's see if this works, Jane.
All right.
All
Woohoo!
right.
We got it.
So it's
I
not
like
as
it.
pretty as usual. We're a little bigger and covering nothing too important. But we got
It's
charts and we got
great.
faces here.
It's
That's
great. What's
enough
in
to
the
start.
bottom middle down there?
What?
Oh
Sorry,
no,
what is
we've
in the
got the
bottom
faces
middle?
for the screen. Got it. Got it.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
it.
yeah. So I,
I
I
like
I don't have the pretty editing thing here, so I'm just putting us right on top of the screen. But we do
it's
have a little bit of a
perfect.
chart here, and I can show you what I'm seeing. So this is oil, WTI on the left here, and we are seeing a strong recovery off of a double bottom back to this 105 neckline. I'm going to keep an eye on that as we kind of play ball with this 7,400 level on right now. It's on S&P 500. I
Hmm.
know we got some futures traders here, so definitely going to pull those levels for you as well. And also, as we get into the cash session, I'll be updating y'all on the gamma exposure levels and where we should be looking to target today. That's what's on
Nice.
tap for me, Jane. I'm thinking of waiting for the first 15 minutes or half an hour to settle before taking any trades. That's just me
Hmm.
trying to practice that discipline on those orbs, those opening range breaks. But I
Hmm.
bet I bet we get some good action here. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm going to actually, I wanted to, let's see here. I'm setting up a, put this over here, a gold trade
Nice. I was
because
just looking
I,
at it myself.
what?
I was just looking at gold myself. It looks good.
Yep. And I'm not I should have gone on the micros, but I
Those things
believe
are
that
big,
this
right?
one is going to go to the downside, Harish, because I've seen that they've been selling. I've seen that they're selling. Overall, longer trend to me is, hey, I'm loving this. This is like it's following. I just got in and I got in at what's my entry here? 4502. And so we are nicely below that now at 44.99. So looking to lock a little profit there. So that could be a little pre-market drop. Um, I'm on a I'm newer to the futures, so I have to say that this is my learning curve, right? I'm learning the
Mm.
software, learning and using it for what it is. I want to get into futures. So I want to use the fibers, use the software to be able to lock some profits and learn which instruments to trade, right? Like maybe the micro gold would be better for me because if I
Mhm.
make a mistake and I'm not used to the software, that might be better.
No, I hear you. It's always good to size small in my book. Whenever you're learning something new, right? And it's a tricky one whenever there's new software involved because you think that you have everything ironed out, and you don't realize how much brain power goes into actually executing some of these trades. It can be very deceiving. You're like, "Where's all my brain power going?" Oh, I'm trying to figure out which buttons to click. That's preventing me from fully analyzing the situation.
Right.
That's what I run into at least. So Jane, I'm working on getting another level up here so we can switch back and forth to your screen as well because I know you got some real nice chart action going on,
Not
and
a
I want
problem.
to share that with these fine people.
And I'm learning the instruments, learning the tickers, learning everything as well. So if you guys are learning out there, do not feel bad because I'm well versed in stocks, but not with and been around for quite a while now in the trading world, but you can always learn something new as well.
Absolutely. Jane, I'm going to try to switch on over to your screen here and see if it works.
All right, let's do it. Oh, you know what
Ooh,
else?
look
I'm
at that.
trading on I'm scalping on a 45 minute. That might not be the best.
I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I found that sometimes scalping on like a 5 minute, even though I
Yeah,
have technically less information, sometimes that less information keeps me a little safer because I'm just focusing on these higher time frame flips, like the big 15 minute, the big five,
right.
of course, and yeah, your hourly. Well, you like the
There you
45 minute.
go.
That's so
See, I
cool.
was up 60 and now I'm out, down
Hey,
80. But I
oh,
realized I was on the wrong time frame. Hey, one of those fat finger errors. All
it
right.
happened.
Colin saying you got gold and futures and just starting your trading journey. Awesome, Colin. Which futures do you like to trade? Because gold is also in the futures, right? Oh, see, now
Mhm.
it's working. But I got to get to do you know the micro gold? Is there such a
Um,
thing?
so yeah, it should be, what is it? M's. Let
Futures?
me
Here we
let
go.
me pull it up. I know it
Micro.
exists. I don't know what this
Here we go. How
month's
about I
contract
type
is.
in micro gold?
MGC.
Because I like this trade.
It's going to
Oh,
be MGC.
I got it. MGC
Oh yeah, you're on
futures.
it.
Yes. Yeah, I did the search. All right, come to a 5 minute. Let's do it. Let's look at this. And okay, yes.
So this 4,500 level on gold is very interesting. It looks like it's trying to backtest it as support, where it was previously resistance
Getting really good.
before yesterday.
There we go. All right, much better.
Awesome.
Put it above
And
my
Jen,
15 up here. Take profit all the way down here.
I love it. While you make some money, I'm gonna pull up my gamma exposure and see what we have on store for today based on yesterday's.
All right.
Options. What am I looking for? Options exposure, and then from there we can watch in real time as that shifts through the morning session. And that's always a fun little ritual for me, Jane. I like watching the bars move. Makes me feel nice and comfortable as I drink my coffee, watch the chart set up, and then I'm ready to pull the trigger in that 30 minutes window, sometimes the 15-minute window. But I really like letting the range form for me because I'm an antsy morning trader, and I know what
Yeah.
they like doing to people like me if we don't be careful. So I got to protect my
Right.
capital because otherwise I know it will fly away from me in that opening 20 minutes.
Oh yeah. Well, let's see. I'm going to lock another 20 here, unless it just fades right on down.
Mm.
So yeah, so with gold and silver, I'll pop this up. I don't know if you've seen me use this before. I also check out the inverse indicators. I see that the dollar they're buying, selling gold and silver inverse indicators. The SPXS, which is the SPY or ES, they look like they're buying also SRTY and SDOW. So the Russell and the Dow buying and just barely selling over here on the Qs. So looking at that information, I'm saying, hey, I think we're still going to go higher, but gold and silver, yes, to the downside. Now, why didn't my stop execute? Because I didn't hit confirm. Steve, always hit confirm.
Oh, that'll get you. And that's that new software. It's just going to be a little
Yes.
hiccups, right? But we gotta we
Yeah, but
gotta
it's
budget
okay
that
because
in.
I feel like this is going to come back down
Mhm.
or not. All right, let's put it up here. Let's give myself confirm. Hmm.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's so hard for
You're
me
not
because I
showing it.
always. Oh,
I don't want
there
to
we go.
confirm again. I just want it to work.
I
Okay.
think you're right. And the question is, are they just going to run your stops before then? And so for me, I just always like to leave more space because it's a pet peeve. I don't like getting stopped out when I know I'm right. I'd rather take a smaller position and get a chance to add in than just,
Uh, uh.
oh,
I like
doing
to
the
move it
shimmy.
down to be green so that no matter what, I'm green on a trade. Hey,
Yeah,
welcome, Agia. Is it Agia or is that your first name or is it all one name? Agia Prialdi.
I'm going to mess that up if I try. But what I do know is I'm very happy that you're with us from Indonesia. Welcome, welcome. What time
Yes,
is it
very
over there?
cool.
That's what I'm curious about.
And that's
Seems
the
like
beauty
every.
of the market that you can trade from absolutely anywhere.
Isn't it cool? Like I was trading on this stream with somebody from Australia, Dave from I think the East Coast, and then myself from the West Coast. A little bit of everything here, and just like it takes multiple viewpoints to see a market accurately. I think it takes
Mhm.
multiple time zones too, because you know what? I don't see things the same in the morning as I do in the night. I'm glad that we have somebody who's been up for more hours than I to assess the situation sometimes there. So in the chat, that's your job, guys. You probably are a little sharper than me first thing in the morning, waiting for the coffee to kick in. So between us all, we're gonna find some great trades. Colin's trading
Yes.
Nasdaq and S&P. Very nice, very
Yeah,
nice.
the Nasdaq looks like it wants to melt here. This is my 45 minute. This is the micros. Let's put it on a 5. Well, you can see, right? I've mentioned
Yeah.
this before. This purple line is my 33 exponential. So we are
Mm.
bearish below that. Let's put in a little sell limit right here. Boom. Did you know about the hotkeys, Steve? The shift for buy and the alt for short.
Ooh, that's fun. No, I didn't know about him for this. I'm just learning my hotkeys for Trade the Pools Trader Evolution software. We're actually, me and Josh are recording a video on those today. So I've got those hotkeys in my brain, but Shift and Alt for long and short, right?
Yes, and maybe it's the same over there. I don't know. No idea. But let's see. I set up we'll have this maybe as a longer term. But what I'm going to do, I realized I did not have my custom. Okay, confirm cancellations. No, let's just get rid of that. And also, if you want to do a bracket, do you know how to do the bracket over here? The
Let's see. It
custom
should be,
bracket.
yes, set the order to OCO is what I would look for. Oh, yeah. And then you got your,
Or you can do custom bracket up here. Like if you want to risk, you want to do 150 gain and a $50 loss, keep it small, or you can always increase your gain. But that way you have yourself set up right off the bat. And now, all right, see it coming. Let's do alt and okay. But I didn't want ticks. There we go. All right, so I'm in. So I have automatically the bracket order set up. Maybe it's only going to come down here to 29,168. And I feel like the NQs are a little bit fast for me. I kind of like ES.
mhm.
I find ES is a little slower. And we're right, yeah, pre-market, is it gonna wash me out over here?
I do like I like the short though. It does look quite weak to me. What I'm looking for is going to be key levels to the downside, especially as we start getting into the cash session, because then more options contracts are going to come in, and we'll have some big levels lighting up to kind of as areas of interest. And I don't know what's going to happen when we engage with those levels, but do know the areas to watch, and we can read those live. I am going to
Go ahead. If
refill
you
my
know how to
water.
switch the screen, you can
Oh, I'm
switch
sorry.
the screen too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be having the Gex in just a second. I have
Yeah, yeah, no worries.
I have a desperate need for water. I'm gonna rehydrate and I'll be right back, Jane.
Go
Let me
for it.
open
Go
here.
for it. All right. So the gold short is also working beautifully here. I don't mean to be on a 1 minute chart. Let's go to a 45-minute chart and let's expand this out and zoom it in. Hello. Still, guys, I apologize. I'm at least still learning the software and I'm a little impatient with software. I like to click super fast. Like I like everything to be super fast. So I did get out of the minis. I had a short there. Here we're still somewhat in the red on Nasdaq. If we were with Dave, right? So I know you guys like Dave with his box, right? I would say here is our box, right? Let's put in our box. So right now, pre-market box zone. Yeah, for sure. And here's the thing. Number one is manage your risk, right? Let's see if we could copy this. Boom, look at that. Let's copy and can we paste? How about that? Copy. I just saw that. Copy. Looks like I might get stopped out here. Paste. How about we do Control V? Would that work? Ooh, and it
Yeah, it
did.
does.
All
Ooh,
right.
very cool.
So here we go. So from
I love that.
opening session. Yeah, look at that.
Intuitive. If it works in your browser, I guess it works in Black Arrow here, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, that's being smart with software, right? So we've
Absolutely.
got these potential targets up here from, I know Dave likes to do the opening range. He likes to
Mhm.
use the box. So we'll
Yeah.
also add the box on here. So this is from midnight, right? This is our range so far. If we wanted to get smaller, we want to go for smaller target. Say we want to do just 4 a.m. session, right? 4
Mhm.
a.m. still the same thing, same box. So that is, ooh, look at that. The short is looking like, and look at where my target was. My target that I'd picked was almost the bottom of that box. So let's bring this, oops, I'm drawing.
Mhm.
Sure you click on the arrow. We'll put it right here. Put it right down here. And let's see. Let's come back to the ES. I like to look at it on a bigger time frame for mapping out just to see,
Mhm.
because then we're going, look at this range. This is a big range.
Oh, yeah.
But if we go to just, let's say 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, let's do this right here. This candle, these candles, and copy, paste, put it up here, and paste again. Let's put it down here. All right, there we go. So we got some range breaks. Maybe that's more realistic because of fibs and things like that.
Mhm.
Are you working on levels in the background?
Yeah, I'm working on levels. So I got 74 on ES. Let me pull this up. The biggest kind of zero gamma level is going to be 74.45 for me on ES. That equates to 74.20 on SPX, and that's the big level for me to watch. And I will be watching these opening range breaks. If we are not finding traction under that level, I do think that we can wash out a good little amount, at least to 7400 SPX is what I'm going to be looking for here. So keeping an eye on it as I pull up my auxiliary charts. There's a lot of information I kind of
Yeah,
need to look at for the open, which is why I usually don't trade right out of the gates here.
yeah. Let's go back here. Oops. I want the bigger candles. How can I? Oh, yeah. That's right. Here we go. Here and reset chart. Ding. That's what I needed. All right. I'm bringing it into positive on my trade here for gold. And I'm just going to bring this down. I'm going to be more aggressive now that I'm in the green. I feel like it's working, and I'm going to be a bit more aggressive with my target to the downside. We could also look and see, hey, yes, the earlier ranges, right?
Mhm.
We have from 6, we'll do 6 to 9. 369.
The magical, what is that, Nikola Tesla numbers there?
Exactly.
Ooh, I love it. So you like the multiples of threes, don't you?
I do. I'm a threes.
I like
Whoop,
that.
too far.
A little
I'm
bit
going
of a
to add this one
washout
down.
here. We are at SPX 7400. So this is a big level to watch it digest. And I'm waiting and seeing how these bars start moving. I am
All
seeing
right.
more
So
room
I'm,
to the
I'm
downside so far.
adding in Dave's boxes.
Oh yeah, love it.
So we'll see here. It looks like, and I've also, do you use Camarillas and pivots? Do you
I
guys
do.
kindly explain, okay, Harish, on what strategy you trade? So I'm going to trade where the bigger money is, right? So you can see I have this up over here as well. And what I like to do, that's not going to be what I want. I need to actually subscribe to the futures over here now, because now I'm getting into it. But for trade Trading View doesn't want to participate today. So what I'll like to do is when I'm getting into something, for a day trade, right? Not a swing trade, I'm going to set it up and I'm going to put on the anchored volume point of control, right? So we have the open from, and I like to do it from open, right? So we are, let's go to the 21st right here, but it actually opened yesterday. So we're going to put it right here. 6 o'clock right there. Boom. So where is the bigger money? It's up above us on that, on the 6 o'clock, 45, 36, and 30 cents. So since open for today, they have traded and they've sold above us. Let's go and let's look at ES as well. Yeah, I need real-time futures now.
Let's
check this out. It's not out of the box yet. Not out of the box yet.
I think it wants to let go pretty soon here if it can keep.
Oh yeah, I'm going to go for a short on here. No, not yet. It came in and hit. Okay. ES. 6 o'clock. No, back here. All right, so they are above us at 74.32. Put up here, 74.32.
And these are ES levels, correct?
Okay, here we go. Oh, don't confirm the chart orders. Thank you. Oh, I'm in, but I forgot my OCO. That's okay. I will add it. Okay.
Yeah, those OCOs are great for keeping us safe, though.
I'm going to put it up here. Also, it's a bit extended, but I'm going to put it down here to 73.99. And I'm in the ratio is not very good, but I'm saying, you know what? I shouldn't have gotten in. Why? Because we're hitting the 161, everything. I like it, but I'm exiting. Done. I'm out.
Fair enough. You think we're going to, well, it looks like we might get a little reversal here. Good eye.
Because I see on the bigger picture that it's hitting over here. And so that, to me, that's 74.20. Yeah, right where we are. If we can break below, bigger convincing move below 74.11. All right, where did it bounce? 74.11 and 25. Let's set this up. Oops, wrong one. Simulated. Let's put on my bracket, my custom, my money, cash. I will do gain. Let's do 500 and 100. Done.
Good read getting out there.
What the heck? Oh, it automatically converted it. Hey, that's not what I did.
So we have a back test on a pretty strong candle of, for me, it is a hourly trigger, I believe. So I'm expecting a little shake and bake here. Maybe not a clean first touch catch right here. So like I said, for me, this is like a scary times where they're messing with everybody in both directions. And I just want to see where this settles after 10 more minutes and then after 25 more minutes. So far, we are finding a buyer here off of this 7,400 SPX level. And that is going to be our big pivot for sure.
Yeah, let's come back to it. Well, and that's what I see over here is that it's hitting those. Okay, so you know what? I will. All right, got the custom. Keeps doing 2,500. Why won't it? Let's go into settings. Gain cash. Gain. I don't want it as percent. Dollars offset.
Still seeing some heavy here. We're under the weekly close. We're over the weekly open. That's about 15 points down on SPX and where I would like to see us. I think that where we might be heading, I should say. That's what I'd like to see transact and find a buyer there. This kind of undercut of this open. We'll see if we get it.
74.16. Yeah, it's really battling. Now, the one on the left is delayed. So that's why. Let's check out. Gold is continuing to melt here. We're at a fib level. I'm going to pull it down for a little bit more of a gain. Put it on a 15. 5, actually. Let's put on a 5. I like to stay above the 8 EMA. Okay, above the 8 EMA is my risk. So 20 there.
Yeah, I like the 8 or the 9 personally. Those are really comfortable. Just a little faster than the 10 there.
All right, overextended. It's going to come back up likely, hitting a camera rail and a pivot right here. What I say, 74. Okay, we're below the 74.16. Let's do if it goes below here, I will, no, the bracket's not on there. I need to default that as a bracket. Okay, if it goes below here, I will get in.
I like it. I like it.
Because that to me, 74.12, 74.10, the 90 over here. Then from here, we have a bigger move down to 73.84.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on with NVIDIA as well. NVIDIA high wick, but it couldn't break out. So let's check out the NQ. Bouncing higher. Since we know this is such a large player, you know what I want to see for setup? All right, so I'm still in that gold trade. Monitor. It's just working. Of course, right? When I go to the smaller one, it works.
Of course. I like that. Whenever you don't tempt fate, you get rewarded. So I'm watching this develop. I just noticed a little bit of a sell order coming in. Somebody targeting the 73.50 strike on SPX, and we are seeing a little bit of a pull. Pardon me, a pullback, pull down. We'll see if that does follow through, or if they're reaching down for some liquidity to rip us back through that 7,400 SPX pivot. And let me double check.
So I'm in the short on the E-minis.
Nice.
And let's pull up that, let's do that big volume profile. See if, two things that I like to add on here. Put on that volume profile. Where is it? Just above us right here, 73.82. So if I were to put that onto the chart, I would say, hey, it's right here, right? So I'm going to use that as my, oh, I have other orders. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to put it up above here, up above my 15 EMA on my 5-minute. Because I'm seeing that they have sold over on the SPY. Let's also put on the CFD SP500. Okay, and it's leading to the downside. I don't know if, can you see that blue line there? Hold on, let's just move this up here. Let's move this up to like right here. So it's leading to the blue side at the moment. Let me put on a 1-minute. So now it's kind of showing me that they're buying it up a little bit on the CFD. No, down here. Still below.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time reading this so far. I think it's weak, but I think it can, mess with people a little bit here. So loving these opening ranges for that reason. So far, it showed an incentive to go lower, and then so far, there is a buyer sitting there.
And they just moved their level on the SPY down a bit. But they wicked it off SPY higher.
Sorry, say that again?
To the 33 on the 1-minute. Can't make it out. They hit it once. They hit it twice. 1, 2, 3, they hit it.
The count there. Yeah, I'm watching VWAP getting played with here, in just intraday VWAP from the new session. They're trying to reclaim it after sweeping low. I'm just not convinced that proper structure is in for a bigger push. Let's find out, though. We do have that nice gap opened above us, so that, I could understand if they rip it up. Something tells me that this wants to go a little bit lower, though. Yep. So liquidity building up on both. Oh, sorry.
I've moved it down. Oh, yeah, no worries. I'm just trying to watch the different candles over on both to see. that they've moved it pretty much. They moved their level down here, just below here. More like 74.18. There we go.
Okay, so VWAP did reject there. I think they're
Okay, so
targeting.
selling another here.
Nice. So far, still
And my stop down.
rejecting that gamma zero flip here at 7400 SPX. 70. Let me get that exact level for ES as well.
So it's below over here, but you can see what I like too is you've got this Camarilla right here, which is acting as support, right? Let me make it a little bit thicker over here so you guys can see it a little bit more easily. So that's really acting as a support. You can also see it act as a support on the SPY. So when you have both together, you can see, oh my goodness, why did it just randomly stop right here at this price? Well, because the futures were right at that price. So let's see if it can fade below this. And
Jane, what I find really interesting is how so your cam pivots, you're using those on the ES there, and so they are a little bit different than mine on SPX. And I like how they're like systems that work on any one ticker, and you kind of get three overlaid bits of data here when you're looking at SPX, SPY, and ES. And between that, you can get some really nice confluential points of interest, and you can find some levels that, like for example, I didn't see that level on my chart because I'm looking at a different instrument. But together, I think they give you as full of a picture as you can get. And this looks like it wants to.
And they just moved their level down. So now I'm feeling more confident. We are below the pivot here. This auto drew fibs for me at 61.8% here on a 1 minute chart.
Okay. And for me,
I don't know where it got where it gets the parameters for that.
Sorry to step on you there. I'm coffee's just kicking in. I'm just getting some energy here. So I do see two levels of interest, just 5 and 10 points down on ES or SPX, and those are going to be the cam pivot for me, the bear pivot, where if it's going to hold for the day, it'd probably show some teeth there. I think it wants to undercut that to the weekly open, just 8 points down from where we currently are sitting. So that's what I'd like to see. See if we get it.
So I'm moving one stop pretty much to break even. Oh, got stopped out there.
Fair enough. Yeah, and it gets messy right around this 15-minute flip too sometimes. So I could expect some.
It's a 45-minute. All right. Not above yet on the bigger money. I'm moving it down to my 33 to see if they will tap it and run it down again. That might take me out. Are they tapping it and about to run it down? Yeah, there's going to be the no, we're above.
This is tough to read.
So another one there. All right. Because we dropped below again. And I'll bring this down here.
Okay, so still rejecting off of VWAP for now. I would like to see a harder rejection if we are going to flush this thing. Maybe it's just taking a sweet darn time.
Yep, it's hanging here just at that Camarilla, right? So now I'm just above that Camarilla. And they've moved their level. No, it's pretty much staying the same. Oh, I don't like it.
Tough to read.
Oh, I got stopped out, I think. Yeah.
Understandable. I don't know what's happening. It's they're setting a 15-minute range that's very tight. I will say that. So if I'm feeling aggressive now, I am allowed to take a break of this range. I would prefer to the downside, but I don't know if we're getting it.
I'm seeing that they want to actually take it higher now.
Yeah, tricky. That's a strong response there.
They're above the bigger money, seeing that the CFD has flipped above. We're hitting the 50 simple on the 1 minute.
Smoke it there. I have no idea what's happening. That's why I wait for these ranges, guys. It's so tricky for me to even like know what they're doing because I think they're just manipulating things in both directions here until they're ready to make their hand clear.
And they took me up.
Tricky. It's tricky. Yeah, this is I do not
It's
have a good read
a
until we
lot of
get the break.
sideways. Yep. It's between the 61 and the 50. Like now they're bouncing it between those two.
Seeing the same thing. I think that this is looking like it wants to range break. I'm going to take a very small short if we get a candle close through here, looking like it wants to. All right, I'm in small. I'm in small because it looks like we're getting the range break here.
I put one in too.
Nice. I'm not looking for too much.
Could be the
though.
sucker's move.
I'm having trust issues here, Jane. So we're just gonna make this a small scalp likely.
Don't trust it. I mean, don't trust it. Don't have trust issues.
Don't have trust.
There we go.
Okay. There it is. Working on it. Working on it. Keep on working down.
It hit the 15 on the 5. All right, let's put it back on the 5. My 15 is at 74.20 right there. So let's put it right here, just above.
Testing. Bottom wick into top wick. Did breach the range to the low side.
Price level, appearance. Let's make the price level not black. We won't be able to see that. Green, no thank you. How about we do light blue?
It is fighting us here, Jane. Come on, just drop it out. Better.
There, that's the price level we're going to watch. 74.1870.
Okay, this is looking better for us here. Come on, wipe that wick out and start plunging. It's a little back test of the, I'm still trying here, but I'm watching the 9-minute moving average, guiding us down for now.
Mm-hmm.
Sticky price.
Well, and it's a Thursday morning. We have not had really a massive move. It's hitting, you see how it's hitting that price right there, that bigger money level over here. And it's rejecting it. Transferring it over from the SPY.
And Bull's just carving this out, and there's a little fake stop run down in the morning 15-minute range. Tricky stuff. Oh, I might take a stop if this VWAP doesn't reject. That was a good start, that little flip of the candle, but I need to see
We're still below that bigger money to help keep you in the trade. I know you want to psychologically, you're like,
Jane, I
gotcha.
I've got my brain programmed to take quick moves in the first 15 minutes. And then after that hour, I can relax a little bit more, or half hour. But yeah, you can feel it. I'm like, 1 foot out the door, which often is the best trade. That doesn't feel great when you first enter.
Yes, it feels uncomfortable. All right, so I'm going to put something on here. Let's see here. 7, 28, 89. And
Man, man,
747.44. Okay,
that.
I'm out.
Yeah, got me. Dang. All right. So they've ran both sides of the range now. This is choppy. They're gonna wick it down now. Oh man, that got me.
All
So
right.
that's tough. That's tricky. There's no follow through there on the downside.
It's hitting the 161 on the 5 minute.
Oh man.
It's hitting
Yeah.
pivots. All right.
Now into the gap. Over that gamma flip so far. So setting up for probably decent green here if it can hold that level, and it's a strong candle. Oh well. Yeah, one of those days that I think that waiting for the full 30 minutes was the play for me, and I got antsy there. So I
Oh
got I
yeah.
got my hand slapped in the cookie jar.
I'm not convinced. I think we could still see lower down to 735.98.
Mhm.
So if this fails up here at 739.79, it might move up here. It might move up to somewhat the former highs.
Mhm.
But I'm looking for another short opportunity,
Listen,
believe it or not.
I believe it honestly. I just need to wait for it to prove itself at this point. These stop run days can be really brutal in both directions in the first 30 minutes. Jane, did you see the opening range yesterday? Like how that kind of
Uh,
it was
no.
mean. So the 15-minute range broke right. Basically, it pushed up into the 15-minute break on
Yeah.
like 1 minute before, and then it pushed up as that 15-minute break kind of solidified, given the look for a fake breakdown. 2 minutes later, it had flushed out, and then it was trying to test the bottom of the range with that half-hour break. It ran stops in both directions before continuing to the upside for a very strong move. So what I will say is if this move does fade well, that might be pretty explosive to the downside. If they've kind of reached to the inward liquidity, grabbed it here, now they're kind of deciding whether that can hold, whether we want to go for the gap fill. Seems quite strong there.
It's
Man, look at
hitting
that.
that 33 on the 15 minute. Up,
Those
up,
33.
up,
Man, that's
no,
strong.
don't do it. But if it does clear over here, it's like yesterday with NVIDIA. It's stuck in the muck of the moving averages.
Mhm.
So once it breaks, yeehaw, we're going to go higher up here. Or if it breaks this way, which they were teasing, and we're hitting a Camarilla over here. Okay, now, convinced. It's going to go up, but it's extended on the 5 minutes, so I'm going to wait.
Fair. Yeah, maybe we get a wick back and a back test of that 7400 or something. That's what I'd like to see. 7410, I guess, on ES. Also coming up to my 200-minute moving average, a nice barometer for the intraday trend. So if there were sellers, I would expect them to try here. Like you're saying, a little overextended to the upside, even if we are going higher. It looks explosive here so far. Man. So, Jane, that's one setup where a stop entry could have been good on basically the
Yeah,
range break, playing that momentum out the upside for a quick scalp.
yeah,
Now a
and
little bit of mixed trade.
it's battling. We're hitting a Camarilla right here as well. So this would be like the low risk short entry to me.
Yeah, I like that. I can't take it
But I've
with
been
a lot of
stabbing.
confidence here. Yeah.
I don't need to stab anymore. But that's it. Yeah. I think that's the entry. We have the downward trend. We hit the 33. The 4 hasn't crossed over the 6. That would be well, it has on the 5 minute, but still at the 15 minute. We got the TTM squeeze over here looking like it wants to come up. Let's check out NVIDIA.
What's it up?
See for, so NVIDIA, big spike up. And now because this could also lead the market, right? So if we see that this fails and this comes down below, I'd say I'd move this up here, 221.92. Then potentially that is going to I have to say I'm happy with my longer term holdings right now. I'm checking them out on.
Yeah, that's always a
They're
good thing.
doing well. I'm liking this. Yeah, I think this is going to. I have to show you at another time where I get this data right here. Let's see. So maybe it's going to come all the way down here, 220.08, fake everybody out before it's going to accelerate to the upside all the way up there. But what's it doing to the NQs as well? Pretty much same thing. Right?
Sure, we'll see. I'm going to wait for that. We got a range in 3 minutes. So then if it breaks to the above that wick, that'll also be breaking above 740. And that's when I would be bailing if I was looking.
Ooh, it looks like it wants to go down here for NVIDIA.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I take it. I'm a little antsy now, so I'm going to wait for that 30 minutes to completely set itself. But it does look like it's kind of pushing up with that 30 minutes, set that top of the 30-minute range with that wick. So it gives you a good place to risk into if you are shorting here, in my opinion. If it eats the wick, probably closes the gap.
All right, so let's see for confidence as well. Seeing that NVIDIA is fading, that's why I went short. And their bigger money levels up here. Let's go the Qs. Did I not hit it? It's not liking me today.
It's not liking me either. I took the one stop, and I am hesitant to get my hand smacked out of the cookie jar again because, man, it is so hard shorting this darn market. you get one candle and then it's over. So it feels like, at least this is still constructive.
And I'm going to get out because I'm getting the buy over here on the Qs.
Yeah, it's not cooperating with us, is it?
All right, I'm going long. I'm going to set it and forget it. Let's look at something else.
There you go. You got to trust the process. Trust the process. It looks like it does want to eat that wick if it can hold this candle here. Eating wicks is scary. It can be explosive, you know?
Yes. So NVIDIA, if it goes above here, well, we did hit a 61% retracement there, but I think this might go down further. I'll have to tell you where I get those numbers because that's pretty cool. SPY is also breaking out back up above. So that would be transfer over here as well. This is a good buy market area as well. It's the third test there. So going to move this to right here. I'll actually move it back down over here. And Qs. Let's go back to NQ over here.
740 on SPY is the level that we're trying to flip here into the 30-minute flip. Let's see if liquidity follows through or changes character on this half-an-hour range set. So far not, but do not have a strong read other than, man, it feels like they're gonna smash bears.
Yeah, I think we're outside of all the muck. We're out of the muck. The bigger money is down over here. So where's my level? Oh, down here. Yes. Corresponding. Yes, that corresponds. So we got big money below on both. So I'm trusting the process now. It might want to get stopped right up here, which would be just about the 74.42. Can't spit out the numbers.
So when you say big money below, are you implying that they want price to come down, or if it does come down, it'll be supportive?
Big money below, meaning they waffled it around. Here, sold. They flipped, and now it's moving to the upside.
I see. Okay.
If we can break this sort of fib level here, 38.20, which I will tell you off screen. Hey, Dave, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome. That this is my target would be up here. 74.03. Just above the high. So let's pull that up there. Let's see, where's my target already? This is, what wick is this? Wiki wick 420. All right, thank you, Dave.
Hello. Thank you for holding down the fort, guys. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for the opportunity to hang out in the Fivers community here.
Yeah, we've had fun. I've
Indeed. been printing.
been printing red.
That's the wrong color.
I'm over
I was
it.
impatient,
Color, guys.
and you know what? I was showing this. Yes, it looks like spaghetti on my chart. It looks like it's, but you know what? That's what happens with the price action. And I was messing around when I shouldn't have messed around. Look, I put your boxes on, Dave. I did your boxes for you.
Thank you.
So we've got a target up here, but
Nice.
my target's going to be up here. 74.69.50. Actually, let's just put it down to the round number, 74.69. I like that a little bit more. Even though I think it might, yeah, no, that looks good to me.
Nice. Just logging in here. I'm seeing we're getting a good response here on the. Are you trading the Qs on the ES?
I'm trading the Qs and the ES, and I did have a gold trade on, a short on the gold trade.
Oh, awesome.
Did a little bit of it all today.
Okay.
Covering all
We're out of the muck over here too. Where's my levels? Did I not put these on? All right, I got to put it on over here for what I'm going to see for my target. Probably should have done that first, you know. Go ahead. What are you seeing, Dave? Get your feet wet.
I'm just getting myself acquainted. I was in some trades last night. Took some longs, took some shorts. Some work better than others, but I'm trying to see where we stand right now on these futures. What are you guys seeing? I'm seeing some buying. I'm seeing they're trying to hold these levels, trying to push the indices up, at least for the time being.
It looks like they're reaching for maybe yesterday's close or yesterday's high. At this point, it seems strong and like they want to go for it. I am seeing that we are over 740 on SPY, which has been a pretty playable level. So I wouldn't shock me if we tried to mark down off of this, reached up, and then tried to push down. But I don't really trust it in either direction today. Dave, I need a full range break at this point. So I would need to get out the lows and back test it to get me short. And I don't know if I can buy this long at this point.
It's a little extended for me, but we'll see. Shane's trade is holding up so far, so let's see what we can get.
And that's me using the bigger money. I'm just trying to put it on over here, really to show me in my mind. Why won't it?
And just going to say hello to everyone. I see Harris Jakar is in the house. Colin Rainwright, welcome.
And where's everyone tuning in from? Because we love to hear that. Well, at least I do. I don't know about you, Dave.
I do too. Game Show, who changed his name to BTC USD, welcome. Bala Roger, I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Shankaram, welcome back. Well, he says we have 3 Fivers experts, so 3 times the profit today.
Let's
see.
Hope so.
Let us see.
I'm going to take a little profit here on ES if it pulls back, and I would get in, I got in once it was out of the muck, but I'm still learning ES. I'm still learning it all.
Got its own
Over here.
I'm seeing a 5-minute starting to play out. A 5-minute top wick printing. A second one starting to try to play out, showing a resistance at this 740 SPY. Let me grab that on ES. SPY to ES 740. This level on ES is going to be 7450-ish, give or take a point or two.
Yeah, and I see that it hit a fib level. They like to play fib pong.
They sure do.
So they bought the 50, Steve, right here. and I'll show you where I get those fib numbers. And now it's pulling back, which isn't a surprise to me. And it might pull all the way back down. They might play fib pong, up and down, but I'm going to be a bit more patient over here to the Camarilla, where it was bouncing around off of earlier. So we've got that right there. And we're bouncing off of the 33 exponential on the futures. So let's see what we have going on.
What's the meanest thing they could do here, Jane? They ran the 30-minute range here, but they did not post a definitive follow-through after that hourly flip, half-hour flip. Tried to push up after that, and so far we are under that half-hour mark. But let's see. So through 740.62 on SPY, basically that swing high on ES, that would be probably confirmation that they're reaching up to the close and the high. They're sitting about, not too much higher, about 1/3% is that daily high. So that would be the upside target, I believe, and then there might be some sellers coming in from there. If we can reach for that, if we lose this 1 minute 9 EMA at this pivotal time, the bears might have an open door to try to make some lost ground back, but this is strong so far. So far.
Yeah, it's looking pretty strong. I'm trying to get my bearings here, looking at everything since I just rolled in.
Yep, I just went back in on the Qs, and my stops are wider now. I think they were a bit tight earlier too. I was trying to hedge too close. But looking, as long as we're still above that bigger money and I don't see this flip up, I'm going to stay in it.
And what's your bigger money level today on the ES?
ES right now 74.1870.
74.18. Okay.
And on the Qs, I would sort of transfer this over. Let's do 3 mins. No, just kidding, not 3 months. 3 minutes.
Let's use a 3-month chart, boys and girls.
I had it on at 45 when I was scalping earlier. I was like, well, no. And then I used the wrong one for gold. So on a 3-minute right now down here, pretty much, actually I could probably move this up a bit more because I'm trying to match it, right? So I'd say 29.234 and 47 cents, I'll say.
Alrighty.
Even that wick so far looks like they've got.
It's coming. Look at this it's a nice bull flag on the 3-minute.
Yeah, no, it's solid. I just want to see the peak higher and the candle close higher to just lock that in. I don't want to see bulls using all their ammo without getting that key close, although it looks like it's a matter of time. Looks like bears don't have much juice here.
It's a hard read for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think next target's going to be 714.12, which is just, we back it out a little bit. What's the high over here? 415. Where's our is this our 415 high? Yeah, I need to come just above this one right here. Okay.
By the way, we got that target, Steve, yesterday. You did that extra bonus I was waiting for. Right after the session, it just exploded up and took me out. So that was nice.
That was impressive, man. That was a really nice tag back in after some real choppy mess with the price action. I was telling Jane, it was no fun watching that price action. And I'm glad you got a piece of it. But yeah, it made you work for it for sure. It was not an easy one there.
Stayed calm, waited for it, and then it's like, man, I should have added. But hey, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Mm-hmm. Bits and butts, candy and nuts. I don't know what that even means, but my friend always says that when we miss a trade. I'm like, what do you even mean by that? But okay, sure.
I don't know if you guys touched on that already, but NVIDIA's earnings.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit about it, but it was lackluster last night, and it did not have the gap and fade like it has, as Michael Noss had shown us, for the past four sessions. earnings corrections, not sessions,
Yeah.
but for earning. So I'm seeing that the volume's dropping off on the SPY here as well. Another chart. I've got this up over here too, just so you guys. I got all sorts of different trading instruments, right? Tools.
Still watching this potential retest of the zero gamma point. Let me get that number, 7,400 SPX, which comes out to 74.28 roughly ES. So that's the kind of level that I would like to see potentially retested for a long opportunity. Otherwise, I'm still just in the boat where I think they want to mess with people. I think a lot of people do want to buy the dip after NVIDIA earnings. And just what if we had a red day to wash everybody out who's getting in here? That's maybe a little wishful thinking, because I still am kind of biased to the downside, and I would like to see that play out. But I'm recognizing that that could just be flat out wrong if we do see a continued build out of gamma to the above that big flip. Just not sure if we have enough to pull it. Yeah, we can see that.
Can you see these lines here? So you have one here and you have one here of the pivots, and they just went right between the two. Ding, 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 ding.
So this I'm short bias as well. I hate to go, counter. I'm
Hey, it's
debating
okay,
Joe's
it's okay.
thesis, but
SPY is dropping right now.
yeah, I'm short the ES right now, but we'll see. It'll probably be a quick one.
They flipped their position on the NVIDIA. Let's see if they flipped it on the SPY.
Yeah, NVIDIA is selling, being pushed to the downside right now.
Still have buy on the SPY at the moment. With bigger money below, they haven't moved it.
Yeah, it could go either way, honestly.
What we can also look for is a potential W setup if you are long, looking for a higher low into. I do see a gap away candle here at 7,400 proper on SPX, which is just where that big green candle accelerated from, when we were kind of basing the morning session. So a retest of that, pardon me, is really going to show the tail of the tape in my book and see where we're going to, or where we're going to end up in this range. If it can hold there, then it could be a really nice higher low entry for a long. Otherwise, though, I'm seeing momentum cooling off.
Yep. I'm just gonna show what I'm seeing.
Go for it. Steal it. Steal the screen.
I'm being wrong right now, but we'll see. So this is my screen, and as you guys know, I have my little pink box going on. Steve was talking about, a double bottom. What I was seeing is, we tried to push higher, tested the upper end of the range, pulled back, retested a little bit lower, so I entered short here. Now we are trading above, that 50% discounted price of the opening range. So we'll see if this holds, and my thesis is wrong. So we're gonna keep this stop.
You're short though. You're short.
Yeah. Steve was talking about it for a long, but I'm short because it happened the other way around. And then for my for people who like those fair value gaps, this yellow box right here is showing you a huge gap, and we tapped into, the mid-range of that gap. So that's another layer of confluence for why I am short. And I've been watching this since last night, because I took this long, took part of this short. So to me, this was short, pull back, and then short again. We'll see if we get follow through. But this could go either way.
I like it. So this is an area of interest here for me, where we would either. I mean, it looked heavy through VWAP on that candle. So I think, Dave, you might be getting your range break to the south side. I'm gonna look for a little pop
South
up
side.
here.
I like how you put it.
Outside, we got to get this expansion going. We got the reach up into internal liquidity all morning, cooking me personally as I was looking for a short. And now I think Dave took the play that I was hunting. So we will see. For me, Dave,
beautiful.
Here's the thing we have to watch out for, though, because we're selling we're right above that consolidation that we had at the open. So buyers might step back in here and
Yeah, no.
push this higher. So anything could happen.
Mhm.
We'll see.
Yep, so far just a higher low, and it is bottom wicking off of VWAP for now. Now, that's going to be tail of the tape as we negotiate this for probably a few minutes here.
And I went against you. Sorry on the NQ here.
No, it's fine. I like it.
I actually like the bounce off of the 50% retracement fib line that I have there. We're above. I entered right at that bigger money level, and I'm going to put my stops right at the bigger money level. If it comes back down, it takes me out in a little profit. I'm okay with that. But right now, that could have been that, 45-minute, boom, one's out. Let's see.
Let's see. I
do not hate it.
Let's see. So Shankaram saying he's from Singapore, mentioning strange price action after Nvidia earnings, not inspiring at all. He was expecting a plus or minus 10% either side. Yeah, was expecting a little bit more of a bang. We had a huge wick, but nothing major here. Hello, Harris Jakar. Shankaram said shorted the SPY with the trailing stop. Let's see. My boxes almost always work. Nope, it's 50-50. My statistics, trust me, it's exactly 52% to be exact. So no, they don't always work.
I flipped and went short again because now we're below that bigger money.
Nice. Jane staying open-minded.
Yeah. It's that bigger money level that, hey, if it's that line in the sand, if they're going to go below it, I don't want to be long. If they're going to be long, I'm going to buy at it.
I agree. I want to see some quick follow-through, and that'll be more convincing until at least on the SPYs, until we're below those 74.10s, I'm not convinced that the short is really on. So we'll see. Just
what's also getting me is they have not flipped their position on the SPY to go short on the bigger picture. They only did it on the Qs. So to me, that's saying hold off. Yes, the Qs are tech heavy, but and it's maybe just NVIDIA based. Finally, they got their trade on for NVIDIA.
Yep.
But the overall market isn't necessarily, which it's 100 stocks as opposed to 500.
Actually, speaking of the overall market, let me just look at market internals. So advanced decline, we have, okay, we're pulling back a little bit.
You guys were right.
So far, I'm still not convinced,
What do you mean you're still not convinced?
No, I'm still not convinced. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about.
Show me.
So we have this area right here, this cluster
Box
that
range,
we have here, right? This could be the area where they buy it again. So I'm still not convinced. Until we see a flush below this level right here, I'm not convinced.
Yeah, no, there is liquidity on the book here that's trying its best to hold us. We are currently eating into it, and that's a bad look if we do lose it. So keep an eye on the potential flush out of the bottom here.
Yeah, because that's looking similar to the setup that we had yesterday. Of course, there was news. We're flushing with volume. So let's see what we get. I don't know if it's because I have a little bit of PTSD from last week's trading where I was getting hammered. So
with the competition too, where it's like the forced trade.
Well, yeah, the competition is really tricky. But overall, the trading was a little bit difficult for my style.
No, same.
I'm a recovering hyper scalper. I've stopped taking like 100 trades in an hour. So I want to see trades where I can hold.
No, I'm with you. I think this one should have some legs if we do get this break out the bottom, which, man, it looks like it is.
That's what we need.
The last line of defense here for
That's
bull.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, if it doesn't flush in a couple candles, I'll just hit out, and then it'll be a small profit. I don't even have time to add to this one. You see, they're slowly trying to bring it back up.
They are. This is tough to read.
Look at it. Nvidia. The market looks red overall.
The Nvidia loss of the low day should be rough for the semis trade. They're out the bottom too, or they're testing pre-market lows. If they lose that, SPY should follow. Right now, SPY's trying to hold the line.
Let's see. Let me just take this question really quickly. You're just working on Forex for 5 months and couldn't take a payout as of now. Can you try futures? Of course, you could try futures. You are welcome to try futures. And you said you tried for 5 months and couldn't take a payout. My first attempt, it took me a year before I took a payout. So don't be in a hurry.
It took me a couple years to consistently be able to pass anything, and then even then it's still hard to lock in once you do get the pass, and then it gets real, so I was consistently passing, and for a while I was passing and then
couldn't
blowing
get
up
paid. You were just passing. Yeah, same thing happened to me.
Yeah, it takes time to get there for consistency.
And I've been stabbing at it today, so don't feel bad, whoever you are.
It's tough. And it really is about resilience, and it's protecting your risk, taking small losses until you get the big win.
Indeed.
I'm back in the gold short.
Nice. It's Jane is, what I like is Jane is not afraid to pull the trigger.
Exactly.
All right, I don't like the way this is looking. I'm going to hit out, take my profit, and run.
Understandable.
Because I see they're buying. So I'll wait. Let's see. Shankaram saying participate in a competition. 450 trades in 3 days for a net profit of 550K account. Okay, nice.
Carving it
That's
up.
a lot of trades. How many trades per day is that? That's 150 per day.
I think like the professional StarCraft players, like their motions per minute, their APM, I think they're doing like 500 things a minute. That's this guy trading. I love it. So
you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
2 top books on the one. We just need a hammer. We need to drop the hammer. Get us out of this range.
Yep. Key lesson learned: quality of your trades is more important than quantity. Indeed. I have nothing against hyper scalpers, but it's a different skill.
Absolutely. I would love to see extension to the downside to wash this market out a little bit. Maybe $4. I think we could see a decent $4 move on SPY if bears can crack this bottom, which they have yet to do.
Let's see.
All right, had 7 such previous days, so better continue. Yes. Gold looking for 44. Hey, you know what? I gotta move my buys. How about that? 44.88 down there.
I will note the relative weakness to Qs. They are under their opening range. They're trying to turtle soup carve out a fake false bottom, but after the morning sweep, I think those are less likely to play out. Sweep to the upside. I mean, hey, still anything's possible, of course, but I would like to see it.
Let's see, Daniel, what gold's gonna do. Balarager saying for a 5K account, what's the accurate lot size to trade in gold? Well, it's gonna depend on a lot of factors. I can't remember. So the 5K is on the CFD side, it's not on the futures side. I can't remember how much the risk is. I can check, but
Good idea. Pull it up. Show it on the screen.
no, actually, yeah. I'm gonna look for it first. More interesting to look at your trade than
I feel like when
anything
we're looking at it, it's not going to work. If we don't look at it, it's going
else.
to work.
I gave you guys the secret. Add arrows to the screen, guys. If it doesn't work, it's just because there's not enough arrows. That's it.
What's going on with the dollar over here? Let's see what they're doing. Are they selling the dollar?
Yeah.
They sold it a little bit, yeah,
bit,
today. But we're still up above.
I'm looking for the risk on that 5K account for you, and then we'll give you an accurate answer. Just 1 second.
Still holding this line. Trying to make a run. Let's see what VWAP does. Base is trying its best to curl up. We might see a little bit of a push up, and then it's going to be a matter of whether bulls can run it above that middle area, that last swing high. It's going to be quite an ask, but if possible, then it's an explosive double bottom, with room to the upside to fill that gap proper. I just see more room to the downside, and I would love to see those levels get tested. It's tough for me, Dave and Jane, just because we have exact equal lows on SPY. On Qs, we got more of a confirmation signal, but if SPY isn't following through, it's a little weird.
Qs tested the overnight hours low.
Maybe trying a little bounce off there, but
let's see. Like Jane says, one of them's lying.
One of them's lying.
Well, that's more the VIX and yeah, but if there's
I apply it to everything now.
Everything's lying to us.
It's like one of them's lying.
We're in the muck. We're in the muck again. We're stuck in the muck. On the Qs, how about the SPY? Are we stuck in the muck?
Feels like it. Sure feels like it. We're trying to hold an hourly trigger.
Yep. We're stuck in the muck.
Yeah.
Harris Shakar saying CFDs on first stage is 5,000 for 20K. Okay, he's talking about a 5K account. Here's the way I would do it, and that's the way I do it, is you need to know your statistics more or less. How often are you right? How often are you wrong? And what's your average risk to reward, right? And it varies during the periods, but in my case, I'm a 50-50 trader, right? So I'm wrong half the time, but I'll usually be able to get, these days it's 1.71 R, right? So for each $1 loss, I make $1.71. That's been my statistic this month. Let's not talk about last month. So that's what you want to do, and then you divide the risk by a certain amount of trades. For me, on average, I won't take more than 6 or 7 losses in a row. So I divide the amount, the loss I can take. Let's say it's $1,000. Well, 1,000 divided by 10 is 100. I'll risk 100 per trade. So I'm basing my lot size on the dollar amount that I'm risking. So for example, on the ES, depending on where my entry is, if I get a really good entry, I could take 5-10 contracts. But if it's not as good and it's far away from where I want to risk from, I'll just go in with one lot. So I think that's how you should determine your size. It has to be based on your style of trading, your statistics. And if you don't know your statistics, I recommend you take a bunch of trades in a simulator to kind of figure out where you stand. And these days it's easy. Take a bunch of trade in the simulator, do a little bit of back testing, throw that into Claude or one of those LLMs, and it'll give you, the numbers that make sense. Ask it, and make it easy on yourself. And then I
Yeah,
have Daniel here, who's super experienced,
Yep.
giving you a recommendation that you could follow. And I'm sure Steve and Jane have great follow-ups to that.
Well, I'm still learning the speed and sizing and everything as well on the futures. I'm not a futures expert. I've been in the stock world. I've watched the futures, but trading them is another beast in itself.
Indeed.
So true, so true. I'm watching just a few top wicks form on when we popped back over VWAP. So this back test of VWAP here going to be the test for me. Is this a higher low, or are we going to accelerate to the downside?
Let's see. Let's see.
I'm still not seeing much clarity on my gamma exposure, by the way. It is the main pin. We're still oscillating around. There is liquidity above. There's liquidity below, too. Neither is growing and big enough for me to have a strong directional skew based on that.
Yep. I'm going to bring back my screen really quickly. That's exactly, you see what happened is exactly what I was concerned about when we got that push lower. I remember we talked about this little cluster here and the possibility of buyers stepping back in. That's exactly what happened. So now the question is, okay, we had that retest here. We're getting those wicks under VWAP. So are we going to be able to push lower? But remember, Steve talked about that little W. Will we get the W and follow through here? And then is this going to be just
I see a sombrero,
price action?
Yeah, it's a classic sombrero pattern playing out here.
which looks like a head and shoulders. I mean, let's look at it. It looks like a head and shoulders, also known as a sombrero.
So for my peace of mind, honestly, I'm gonna wait for us to push lower, retest for a short, and
Yes.
if we're gonna go higher, I'll wait and see if we get another hold around this area here for a continuation to the upside.
I really like that back test look you were looking at for the short too. That's what I'm biased towards, just based off this little wimpy price action back into that VWAP. So to me, I would like to see the sombrero play out. We can have a fiesta down about 20 points, 30 points. That'd be fun. But I could get in on the back test.
Margaritas, I like those. Haven't had them in a while though. Have you guys had caipirinha? It's like a Brazilian.
Caipirinhas, yes, I love them.
I love these. I had
Mojitos and caipirinhas.
yeah, I had
What is this? That sounds delicious.
it's a Brazilian beverage, alcoholic beverage, and they use it's not tequila they put in it. I forgot the name of the
Cachaca.
There you go,
Cachaca
Jane.
rum.
There you go. There you go.
I used to be a bartender too.
Delicious. What? Jane, do you work for the CIA? You know too many things.
G.I. Jane, don't mess with me.
She
Don't
can
mess
fly
with me.
planes. She knows things from a bunch of different countries. She was driving across the state lines the other day. I mean, not the other day, a couple weeks ago.
And I keep that all obscure until it's already happened.
There you go. So, she knew too much. There we go. Game shows from Brazil letting us know. Caipirinha de Limão. There you go.
Yes, love it.
Good.
At the churrascarias,
That's
Brazilian
yes.
steakhouse.
VWAP
Yes.
again. Oh, Brazilian steakhouse are so good.
Bom dia for our Brazilians. Good day.
Nice.
I don't speak Portuguese, but I know bom dia and obrigado.
Do you, Jane?
Obrigado.
Yeah,
I know that.
Don't you, Jane?
I don't. I know like 2 words.
Okay.
Just like I don't speak Farsi. I speak food.
Yeah, exactly.
I speak
The universal
Afghan, Mirza Hassemi.
Wink, wink. We believe you.
I don't speak Farsi. I speak food Farsi. The important things, right? Like
Important things.
my youngest daughter at 18 months, her first phrase, I want to eat.
Oh wow,
that's
that's awesome.
One of us. My first sentence was, Daddy drives big truck. My dad he did the huge trucking thing.
The 18 wheelers.
Yeah. He used to put me up in the back of one of those with all the produce. I was like, man, this is the coolest job ever. It's like,
Nice.
yeah, give it a few years. You'll change your mind.
You'll change your mind.
Well, no, he did a lot. He did a lot for everybody, right? Without
Oh, yeah.
truckers, people starve in the U.S.
That's true. Everywhere. I mean, that's that last. Well, I was gonna say last mile, but it's more than a mile. That's where that last delivery gets made. So, trucking business is huge.
Yeah, doing very well right now, too. I guess I actually don't know the mechanics of why it's going so well, but hey, if transportation's up, you can't be that bearish. Speaking of which, SPY is not letting go of this
I'm
VWAP.
trying to hold these. Yeah.
And the Qs are
I
back
think I want
up,
to take another stab. Qs are back.
back up above that bigger money level. Hey, don't share my screen. I've been stabbing. I'm testing out the Qs today.
You said don't share your screen. I was about to click.
Yeah,
share your
don't
screen.
do it. Don't do it. I'm stabbing. I'm stabbing on the simulator, practicing here, right?
I like it.
Yep.
To seeing if my thesis is right. I know it with stocks, right? But I find that the futures are another beast.
They are. They are. Some say you
Use-
can't make a profit in futures.
It's easiest for me in futures. With options, you have to deal with theta. You have to play 3D chess. With futures, it's up or down. I like that. So Qs are rejecting, well, soft rejecting so far, but their VWAPs. That's the level that the complex is trying to overcome in my book here. SPY is over it, which I do think is probably bullish, even though I wanted to get a short, but maybe not in the cards. Let's watch this VWAP and see.
Let's see. I see the chat saying 45.28. Gold will push now on the 5-minute. You can see the longest candle, passive least resistance, 50% of that big candle. All right, let's see. We pulled back indeed. We held there. So we might be pushing up. All right, I'm going to do you guys a favor. I'm going to take that gold trade today.
Love it.
And then if it burns me, it's your fault, Daniel, and BTC USD. I'll
I
blame
know
it
where
on
to
you
send
guys.
the invoice.
Yeah, send the invoice. I don't even have a target. Maybe right smack dab in the middle there. Feeling trigger happy today.
Yeah, my eyes are kind of glazing over. I'm trying to stay in the pocket here, but each setup that I'm waiting for just isn't acting right. So could be a sign that I'm just wrong, and we might end up screaming.
Let's see. Where's the ES? Let's look. Actually, I want the micros.
Oh, there's some red off of the VWAP. Let's see if it can follow through though.
Can't find the asset. All right. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
But Steve, is this going to be red?
the ultimate mess with you. Hey, it's hard to say.
Trigger happy. Come on, get me in. All right, if I'm fighting for it, that means it's a good sign. We're selling a little bit below. And then that'll cover me if that gold continuation. Yeah, you guys, you owe me. Gold did not work. I'm getting out of gold. I wanted an immediate follow through. So
I back under VWAP. Ooh. So guys, there was a level on Bookmap that was supporting us. That was at 74.10. That just got pulled. That liquidity on ES just got pulled, guys. So 74.10 is the area. They did just bump up a smaller amount to 74.15, and that's why we were trying to bottom lick here. If that is a spoof, then the little pop-up off that fake volume, well, they opened the door underneath. A little trap door just opened if we lose that 7415 in my book.
If we can get below 29,190 on the Qs, that's where I see we're really going to just drop. And they just moved their level to 29.12. No, so sorry, 29.10 here.
Let's switch to your screen.
No. I've been obliterated. Don't.
Okay.
I blew myself up.
It's fine.
Tough day. It's a tough day. I think we get the acceleration down that I hope for, but I'm not in, so I need
We're
a back.
we're below their bigger level right now, so let me put on a 3-minute chart and make it easier to look at. Not 3 months, 3 minutes. It's basically the bottom of the last candle. Why would I put on 3 minute? Okay, I gotta hit the OK button. That's why.
Still trying for that higher low in this spacing process here. Tricky.
All right, 2 stops. We have a 10-point stop here. In case this is just, what we thought it was going to be, a double buying here and then move to the upside.
So I'll put in the chat 22, 14, 50.
Daniel said, you have 6 or 7 of these a week, so if it loses, it's on me. No, Daniel, I took it because you said it. I'm going to blame it on you guys. Shankaram saying you've been to Brazil. Copacabana is a really lovely beach. Nice. I haven't been to Brazil yet. I definitely want to go eventually. I've heard Bahia is nice.
They are positioning like crazy right now. They just moved it again.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Tough to read for me.
Yeah, it's a tough read.
Well, when it's that much of positioning stuff, it's like, to me, yeah, you gotta, it's not clear.
Volume is dying there, so I think in about 2 minutes we're gonna see the real direction.
29-230 now on the Qs. See if they moved it on the SPY.
Lower. Can we get that follow through?
Oh, that's a jagged low candle. That might be the start of a crack. Let's see if it follows through. 24 seconds for this candle to close, and I'd like to see it close at the low. Whenever you see a kind of jagged candle like that, I always want to see where it settles, because either it's usually the start of a little liquidity break, or it's going to wick down or come down and then wick up really strong after that kind of mechanical push down. Oh, like it's doing. Come on. It just won't give it up. Won't give up the ghost.
And what I'm seeing is that on the Qs, they have not, negative. On the SPY, they have not moved it. So for ES, it's roughly 74.1650. Mm-hmm. And then for the Qs, they've been dancing it around. They've sort of been stair-stepping it. So that means, hey, we've got a bigger position that we're putting on. And it's in the muck, right? We're in the muck. On a 15-minute chart, I see we're in the muck.
In the muck. That's the new T-shirt. We're in the muck.
We're stuck in the muck.
We're going to make a whole wardrobe out of these quotes.
Love it.
And some days, right? If you look at statistics, 20% of the days are spectacular trading days.
Yep.
And then 80% are just sort of right?
Absolutely. And these are the days we.
You don't do what I've done.
These are the days.
But that's why I'm practicing, right? I'm using the simulator to practice.
That's it. I totally agree with that.
See what time frames I like best, see where to put my stops, more flexibility.
And you kind of figure out the personality of the asset also. That's one big advantage. I mean, that's one thing that drew me to futures, is that I'm trading the same thing every day. So you kind of learn the asset's personality, for lack of a better term, which, you don't
Finally,
really...
the NQ is breaking down here.
Nice.
About darn time.
Let's get
I love what you're saying.
Well, I mean, not completely, but we're hitting another moving average. We're at a muck zone.
Mm-hmm. No, I see general weakness, and I'm seeing attempts to absorb, not really sticking yet. But I mean, it is holding the range, so I'm trying not to, editorialize too much here. Just sticking with these range breaks, which we have not. We've gotten them teased, but not a definitive break. So I
You've
do like
been
the
so
kinetic,
good,
the potential
Steve.
energy.
So good. Not stabbing and not just like waiting patiently. Nice job. Gonna call
I
it the big
did
flow.
stab. I stabbed, but didn't work. I cut it quick, so we'll see. We'll see. Fool me once, shame on me. But I think I got an inkling where we're going. But I can sit in the pocket here. They're testing me.
Let's see. Daniel saying 44.96 is the max low to lure people in. Well, let's see. I wanted an explosion to the upside on gold, so we didn't get that. I'm sticking to what
Your
I
NQ.
know.
Nice job.
I'm actually trading the ES
Oh,
these
sorry.
days.
Yes.
Yeah, these days because the ranges are pretty.
We're finally below the ES level. Oh, no, just popped it back again.
Stop saying anything. Just let it do it.
I know, I
Well,
know.
let's add arrows, guys. Let's add arrows. Let's see if it works.
All right, I'm gonna summon the market dump by walking away from the screen for 30 seconds.
Do it. Are you long? That's the kicker.
No. But I'll say it. I'll say that I am to send
All right.
mixed signal to the market maker.
There you go. The NQ is actually now working in my favor. And we're about to come to another muck zone here.
Yeah, we're gonna find out because this
We
might
need
be.
candlesticks in mud. Don't get stuck in the muck.
Don't get stuck in the mud. But yeah, we're about to find out if this is gonna be the real break or if this is just gonna induce, hit the stops and then just revert back up. We'll see.
Saying anything. Not saying anything.
Yeah, I'm keeping that stop really tight.
So we just negotiated the little spoofed level that they brought up from the bigger 74.10 up to 74.15. We negotiated it. We're trying to hold. The question is, where do the bears step in? Can they hold? Under view up again. It's a big candle.
We are officially below the 33 on the 45.
Let's see. This whole area, might be supporting.
I like this candle so far. They're going to try to eat that wick and power it on down. Let's see.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Come on. Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
I see a little bit of movement over on the Qs. Is the NQ gonna follow?
Let's see.
I see a stronger short candle on the Qs than on NQ, just for what it's worth.
Interesting. And I'm also seeing liquidity being added below now at 74.07, trying to act as a magnet to the downside, but also could act as support if they are a legitimate buyer and not just kind of guiding it down. So I want to see how those progress. The fact that it was a prior level that got moved, now they're adding it back. It feels like they're really trying to hold the line, but I don't know if they're able to catch this momentum here. It's a little bit heavy.
Below on both the SPY and the Qs, so more confidence in shorting because of that. And we have 9 more minutes until 11 o'clock.
Just added to the short. So we'll see what that 11 o'clock candle is going to do.
If we can break this pivot right here
hopefully
on
we
the
can just break.
Yeah. We're also hitting cameras and pivots on both of them. So that's a bit of a head bake. Who's calling me?
I didn't see that, Shankar. I'm sorry. You're curious whether Dow Jones can break and hold above the 50K level given the current momentum and volume structure. Let's see, man. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I've been saying. They induce us into shorting, and then They bring it up. Just keep
They
this a
just flip.
little higher. Looks like they want to flip it. Look at oil's pushing higher.
We're above on these on the ES, but below on the Qs.
Dollar's going higher.
Watching the flip the candle close in 3 minutes as well as in 8 minutes here for a little more clarity. But man, is this not an easy session.
Nah, this is just hands off as much as possible. Let me take a quick look at the Dow to see what you're talking about here, Shankaram. You're curious whether the Dow can break and hold above the 50K. Well, we broke and held above. We're holding above, so we'll see.
I'll see. I'm going to be watching the VWAP test yet again.
Oh, man. All right.
Suspected spam from Amsterdam.
That's fun to say.
But above both now. Above both. For if you are short, we are above both.
Tricky. I'm watching my moving averages. This is where I would really like to see sellers step in next handle or two, up or down in this little range. Basically, where the prior 3 red candles kind of formed a little range. Through that would be a reclaim of VWAP. Under that would be a loss of the daily structure. So pretty binary in that regard, I figure.
Let's see what we get.
I'm sticking with the bias short, but man, is it testing.
I flipped long, by the way.
Everybody's fighting me today.
I flipped long. I flipped long because it's been struggling too much to go down. I mean,
it should melt if it's going to melt.
Yeah, I think it should have melted. Again, I might be wrong, but this level has held pretty well right here.
It is trying to hold the flush out range.
We're starting to see algos really battle it here on the ES. They're really positioning. Let's see what's happening with the time and sales over here. With the SPY. Yeah. What's going on? Are we
have this little real trend that we're trying to break?
Decently strong.
Let's see what we get. It feels like I don't know what sports you guys watch, but this feels like, when you're in a soccer game, somebody's going to kick a penalty kick and everybody's quiet. That's what it feels like.
Waiting.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm watching tennis, just back and forth and back and
Ding,
forth.
Pong, ping, it's pong.
There's another sell off of VWAP on SPY.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't want to be ping-ponging and flipping positions, but just based on...
Positioning day.
Ooh, boring.
I know, right?
I want to be in the right position.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Let's get that explosion up before 11 o'clock.
Yep. Let's do it.
Or down, hey.
No.
Or down?
No, we're up
long.
now.
I don't want it to go down.
We're long now. Yeah. We got to get into the...
And let me be careful because yesterday...
No more. We're not seeing the sombrero. Sombrero is going to tip over. It's time to party and pop some bubbles. How about that?
I took out the
bubbles, hitting all-time highs.
There we go.
I like it. I like it.
Summoning it.
That does. That
Summoning
is a
red gun.
descending triangle short setup.
It's trying to break
But
the
it does fail
downtrend.
about 65% of the time. So
That's my favorite. It's like you pick your pattern. Okay, 30%, it's not going to work. So you better have some other confluence there, you know?
Yeah, you
Pattern
need
traders in a vacuum tend to be exit liquidity, I've found. Because I was
right.
one.
Well, that's it. The only one that really works consistently above 50%, there's two: the diamond top and the downward wedge.
Okay, and what are those hitting at, roughly?
65%.
Okay, I'll take it. Yeah, I think my cup and handles that I like to play a lot, they're like 65, 70% if they're pristine. But, you know, you can always nudge those numbers and be like, well, I only take the good ones. So as long as the handle of the cup holds the 50%, I found that the 65, 70% seem to play out. But, hey, you know, maybe I'm just picking the good ones.
That's it. You're picking the good ones. Wiki day.
If I'm only picking the good ones, and I'm not a real systems trader, I guess. Michael Noss is rolling in his, hopefully not grave, rolling in his bed. You heard that? Like, wait a second, that sounds discretionary to me. Still holding. Every small red candle gets eaten up. That is seeming like a sign of absorption. I need to see definitive buyers through VWAP. When this overall daily structure, I just don't love it. Gotta be honest.
Yeah. I'm waiting. Sadly, everyone knows the orange thing will tweet frustration. We'll see, Daniel. A tweet that we got some nice news yesterday that helped us out, but I don't want to tweet right now to mess it up. This is what I want to see. Looking good so far. Now, the area we need to be concerned with is this. Let me just do little drawings here. This zone right here. So we want to see what happens here.
Yep.
Want a definitive break.
Just ate another level of liquidity here. They're trying to guide it up. It does look strong. I'm a little miffed. I wanted that short setup. I'd been waiting so patiently. Looked so good.
Well, I was in it, but didn't work.
No, it was a good read. I appreciate the read where you're like, hey, it wasn't working right, so I will wait.
But it's entirely possible that this fails right here around that 70, let's call it 74.30, or even below VWAP, and then we continue to trickle down.
That red candle was higher selling volume, but bulls
a little bit, yeah.
Let's see how it plays out.
Let's see. Let's control the risk. I don't want to risk more than 10 points. Let's blow on the candles and see what happens. Looks, Shankaram saying
11 o'clock. It's time for rocket ships.
Let's go.
All right, I actually have to take a call, guys, so I'm going to say sayonara. I will see you all live on Tuesday.
All right. Thank you so much, Jane. Always a pleasure, and I really appreciate you holding down the fort for me this morning.
Our pleasure. It was fun. Awesome. It was fun. We troubleshooted. Steve got some setup stuff working in the background, learning new software. So It's always fun. Have a great one, and best of luck with the trades.
Thank you very much.
See ya. Dave, I'm going to head out here in a sec, too. I just wanted to let you know some inside baseball. I did create 2 new screens on the side there, full screen and new Jane screen. Just so you know, you feel free to delete those. I was struggling to get the main screen to work there.
No problem. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I hope you have a great day. Sorry for the little bit of a snag there, but hey, we got the screens up eventually.
No, it's fine. Yeah, you got it, man. You're a champ. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Right on, man. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.
All right. Right. And there was one, but it's right around that time, guys. It's 11 o'clock. We're going to stay a little bit longer today, just just to see if we get some follow through. And since I missed the first half hour, so let's say we'll give it another 10 minutes to see what happens with the trade before I walk out. But I hope you guys had some good times here with Jane and Steve before I made it. They are awesome, great champs. Always love trading with them. So really grateful to have them on the team. So let's see if we can get that long to work. We're going to take a quick look. I want to take a quick look at gold. And then take a quick look at oil as well. Let me take this question here. All right, so Balraj is saying MT5 not available in Fiverr's futures. No, unfortunately, MT5 is for the CFD side. With the futures, you're going to use Black Arrow, which is the platform I'm using right now. It's an awesome platform. It's very fast. I like it for, scalping and, chart trading where I can have my brackets set. There's a lot of tools, a lot of indicators, a lot of things you can utilize with it. So no MT5 for the future side, but you could definitely use it on the CFD side. Now, I'm a little concerned that we're not able to break through this level. So it might mean that we still maybe need to find liquidity lower. So we'll give this a little bit more time, maybe a candle. Let the 5-minute close. But this long is not showing the follow through that I wanted, and we might need to flip or bias again. It's been a tough one this morning. No real follow through to the upside or the downside. So apart from this little move here that we were able to catch, nothing major. So what I was hoping is we could have gotten a break and, a follow through to the upside, but it's looking more and more short. I kind of want to flip my bias again, but I don't want to be in that ping pong of flipping positions. Yeah, sleepy sideways. I like that. I like that. Man, you guys have a lot of quotes. I'm gonna keep them. Jane saying we're in the muck. Sleepy sideways. Steve had a quote today, but I didn't catch it. All right, we're seeing an increase in volume here. Let me look at. All right, I'm looking here at the other assets. Looking at the overall market. We're not getting a definitive move. And if I'm being logical here, it's looking more bearish than bullish. All right, so I'm going to flip my bias one last time. Let's see if we can get it. And then I want to add short if we break below this level. But it's not 100% confirmed. We're kind of in a range here. What's that? Is that like a 10-point range? Yeah, that's like a 13-point range. But, buyers might step back in, get it in that pocket, and push it back up. So we'll see. You want to start with a 25K account, but you need to understand the sizes of the futures. Okay, so what I recommend, if you get the 25K account, You're gonna get the account, but you're also gonna get a simulated account. So I recommend that you start off with the simulator. So when you open the account, you're gonna see there's an account in red. It doesn't show here, but you're gonna see it in your platform. I suggest you start with the account in red, right? And then the second thing I want you to do is start with the micros. So if you're gonna trade, look for the MES or the MNQ, because you'll be risking a dollar, 10 times less, right? So that's what I want you to do, is start small. If you use TradingView, you can also use that to understand the sizes of the accounts. And I'm going to show you right now. I just want to see what this price action looks like. And then I'm going to show you how you can, evaluate and kind of determine your risk. And then Black Arrow is very good for that as well. I just want to see if we get follow through here. We're seeing acceleration. I'm seeing some increased volume, but this is still, it's still possible to get that liquidity until we get the push lower, right? The break of the support level here. This is not a confirmed trade. So let's see what we get. And we're going to keep the risk tight here, just above the 5-minute open. So risking 12 points because I've added, I'm now in 4 contracts. So hopefully we get the follow through, and then I can get the first take profit around here. But it is not confirmed yet. Buyers might totally step in here again, but we'll see. So far, we're still in the green. Most of the trades have been break even or small losses or small wins. So overall, we're small green on the day. You see, that's what I don't want to see. Oh man, this is a tough day. This might have just been the liquidity grab, because we're seeing increased volume here. Wick down. The possibility of this turning back up is still on the table. I just want to see follow through. Let's see if we break. That's going to be my last trade, because I've flipped positions at least 3 times today. We've tried both the short side and the long side, and we need follow through. If I wasn't scalping, it would have been, okay, just sell like the way we sold, put our stop, and then forget about it. But we'll see. Yeah, it is a tough market to be short. But we're just, I'm following what the chart is saying. So far, it's been telling me, okay, we can't push up. We've been making lower highs, but the thing is, we've been making equal lows, right? So all these lows right here, right here, right here, and right here have been exactly at the support level I had marked off pre-market. Man, are those buyers buying again? I really don't want to flip my bias. Let's see. Okay, this is my last trade. I'm either gonna get stopped out or it's gonna work. I'm not gonna flip my bias again. So I'm either gonna be wrong or it's gonna work, because We can't get follow through. We can't get a direction here. Because I might flip long and then, you flip long and then this ends up becoming another retest of this area, and because we're just trading sideways here. So we're either going to get stopped out or it'll work. So we'll see. So we'll use 2 stops, one here and one right above that 5-minute candle. Oh man, buyers are stepping in. Gold took out liquidity at 496. Let me check out. Oh man, yeah, exactly at the level you said, Daniel. Exactly at the level you said. I might want to be long gold here. But if I'm long gold, then I shouldn't be short the indices. Oh man, we're seeing it. We're seeing it. We're seeing it. Volume is increasing. It's tough to hold this short right now. I'm experiencing all the emotions in front of you guys. Everything is telling me to flip the position. Flip the position. All right, I'm going to leave this, but I'm going to go long on gold. You said hold all the way to 55.28. We'll see. All right, gold is looking good. And then we got stopped out on the ES. What a candle. All right, we're long gold. Where's gold? Let's see if we get follow through. And then I don't have a specific target on gold yet. Just want to see where this goes. Let's go back to the ES. Yeah, that, when I saw this holding here, it was not convincing to the downside. But I'm done. We've taken at least 4 stabs at the ES today. Maybe this is the trade. Maybe this is where we get follow through. But I'm not gonna take another stab here. I'm just gonna hold the gold trade, and hopefully that plays out. But back to the question. I see, Justin's talking about the sizing, etc. Let's look at this. We're gonna look at the ES, and then I'm gonna show you exactly how you can easily calculate your sizing. So right now we're on the micros, on the micro MES. Let me just get my. Why is this not working? One second, guys. I don't know why I'm not seeing the. Why am I not seeing the tool? Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to put this on a 5-minute chart. We'll put this bigger. So let's say you're trading the S&P 500, right? This is a 5-minute chart. And then you want to calculate your risk. And let's say we want to put a buy order here. I click here. Let's put it at a whole number. This way you'll understand better. So we'll put it at 410, a buy limit order. And then if I click here, you can see that I'm risking, so I'm buying one contract at 410, and then I'm risking $100, and it goes to 73.90. Well, if I click here on Black Arrow, it shows me that it's 20 points lower. What does that tell me? It tells me that for every point, I'm risking $5 on the MES, right? So on the micros, on the ES, you're risking $5 per point, right? Now let's look at the ES to compare. So we'll do ES, futures, ESM6, which is the current contract, same thing, 5-minute chart, reset. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put a buy stop at 74.10. Well, guess what? Now, 2 points is $100. So what does that tell me? It tells me that each point is worth $50. So on the ES, each point is worth $50. So every time it moves 1 point in your favor or against you, you are risking $50. Whereas with the micros, it's 10 times smaller. What about the Nasdaq? Well, if we go on the micros, it's going to be $2 a point. So if I go here at, for example, let's try to get a whole number, 29,150, put a buy limit, I'm risking $100. So from here to here, there's about 50 points. I'm risking $2 a point, so $100. If I go on the NQ, the Nasdaq, it's going to be 10 times more, so $20 a point. And then you can do the same for gold. Gold, let's go to micro gold. Right now, we bought here at 45.07, and we're risking $100. Well, how many points is that? That is 10 points, right? So on micro gold, you're risking $10 per point. But on regular GC, it'll be 100, so 10 times more. So that's why I recommend, if you want to control your risk, especially with these smaller accounts, it is advisable for you to trade the micros. You can totally trade the minis if you know what you're doing, but I recommend for a 25K account, it's better for you to start with the micros. Maybe the ES, because the ES it allows you to manage your risk better. If you're used to trading gold, you could definitely trade the MGC contract. You could trade the Dow Jones, so the micro Dow, which is actually $1 per move. So if we put a buy order, let's find a whole number here at 49,925. So we're risking $100 all the way down there. And we could see that it's 0.5 per point. So it's 200 points here, right? So the Dow actually allows you to control your risk even better. I hope that, helps you a little bit. I hope that helps you a little bit, Balrager. So ES is, like Daniel is saying, S&P 500. The M means micro. So, and if you're go into our Discord, there's a lot of tips there. You could also go on our YouTube. I explain a lot of these concepts. So go look at the little videos, the shorts. You'll understand the size of the contracts. But right there on the charts, you could determine your sizing. And then if you want to do it on TradingView, you could also use TradingView to determine your sizing. And let me just take a quick look at what the asset has been doing right now. Well, would you look at that? They're selling here again. So I don't know if we'll have follow through or not. We're stuck in this range here. We saw them push it up. We thought it was going to follow through, but now they're selling again. They're holding it right there. So it's a tricky one. Sleepy sideways, like Daniel's saying. But yeah, if you go on Trading View, let me pull up Trading View. And we'll open the ES. You could practice. Let me take this out. If you click buy, you put paper trading. And then you open the order panel. You could see it here, right? Buy or sell. And then now TradingView has made this option available where you can drag it down and you'll see automatically how much you're risking. So right now, you could see that, hey, I'm risking $1,000 if I move this down, what is it, about 16 points. So do you want to be trading the ES? Well, it's going to depend on the size of your account, right? So now if you want to trade the micros, you look for the MES. So M for micro, which is the E-mini S&P 500. And then I'll do the same. I'll put we'll put a buy order. Well, that's a fake buy order. And then you could check with your, let me get this out of the way. Buy order. Sorry, you click here. Stop loss. You could see, okay, now I'm risking about $100 with this low. And then TP. You can move it here. And you can determine your sizing like that. I hope it helps. I hope you can start trading futures soon because they are leveraged instruments. So you could take large losses, but you can also make quick wins. So I hope this helped you today. We did a little bit of an extended session to make up for the time lost. Today is going to be a red day for me. We tried to get our trades on either sides, but could not get them. And I think their gold trade now is pulling back. Maybe I want to put my stop a little bit lower at this wick here. We'll see if we get it. And apart from that, I want to wish you a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend, and I will see you soon next week in the markets. Take care, guys.